Hello and welcome to the Strongman Champions League. The season got underway in Martinique, where Serbian Ervin Katona blasted out a victory and gained the coveted yellow jersey. He's now in Fibo in Germany with Marcel Muster.
Ervin, we just saw on the previous Champions League in Martinique that you won it. Here we are at the Fibo, second stage. You have the yellow leader shirt. What are you gonna do?
It will be, I think, heavier competition. More athletes will be, and Zidrunas will be in this competition, and events will be also heavier. I am the leader now, and I will give my best to save the leader t-shirts.
In Martinique, you did a good job, we saw. Was it easy competition for you there?
That was a good competition for me. In first 6 events I was free first place and free second place, and that was already enough to win the competition, but this will be a total other story.
Okay, well, we will see what's going to happen here in Germany. I wish you good luck in the second stage of Strongman Champions League, and try to remain your yellow leadership.
Thank you.
Welcome to the second stage of the Strongman Champions League 2014, taking place in Cologne, Germany. It's Fibo, the leading international trade show for fitness, wellness and health. Not just hosting the Strongman, but a whole host of international sports from bodybuilding to fitness. But we're here for the big guys. Marcus Ferrari from Brazil, 36 years old, 155 kg. The number one in Northern Ireland right now, Jonathan Kelly, 31 years old, a Highland Games champion as well. Mike Koskowski of Germany, 30 years old, a hefty 142 kilograms, fifth in Germany's strongest man last season. Another top German, Michael Blumstein, fourth in the Nationals last season, 27 years old. He's a rising star of Strongman. Daniel Wild, also of Germany, the reigning Germany's strongest man, only 125 kilograms. Akos Naj, former junior world champion in Olympic weightlifting, a record holder too, turned strongman. He is Hungary's strongest man. Fouad Hosseini from Morocco via the Netherlands, a champion at 105 kilogram category strongman competitions, stepping up to the big boy weight. Alex Moonen, undoubtedly the strongest geography teacher in the world, the big Dutchman who has won Netherlands' strongest man in the past, is very powerful. A new face to international strongman, Maciej Belzak from Slovenia, just 22 years old. A powerful 145 kilograms. Krzysztof Radziakowski, well, he wore the leader's jersey up until the first Grand Prix of the season. He was the champion last year, but damaged his triceps in competition in Malaysia at the last Grand Prix. Eddie Hall, a beast from Stoke-on-Trent in England. The reigning Britain's strongest man right now. His static strength is incredible. Ervin Katona wearing the yellow leader's jersey that he's taken off of Radziakowski. Katona knows what it takes to win. He's won Serbia's strongest man almost 10 times now. Martin Wildauer, the deadlift kid they call him, from Austria, though he's 27 years old now. Phenomenal lower back strength and a favourite for today. Well, talk of favourites, this is the man, the strongest man in history perhaps, multiple world strongest man winner, and SCL he's cleaned up at almost every stage he's been to. Well, that is the lineup, absolutely world class. 6 events is what await them. Fibo is Europe's largest fitness expo. Over 100,000 people here, 700 exhibitors, a lot of muscle on offer. But we're here for the kind that lifts heavy weights, and the first event is the yoke race. 400 kilos has to be moved 40 meters. Well, this is the first pairing. Erwin Katona in that yellow leader's jersey of Serbia. Over on the other side of the track, Krzysztof Radzikowski of Poland. This is quite a pair to go first. The big Pole who's got his triceps injured, with his legs on. He's very quick. In the black on the right-hand side, Katona. Well, he too is very quick, though. Farmer's Walk and frame probably even better. Well, it's Radzikowski who gets the better start. They're up towards the 20-meter mark. They'll drop and go. 12 seconds, 13 seconds is the turnaround for Radzikowski, who wastes no time accelerating up to full speed. It's a near jog with 880 pounds on his back. Over the finish line, about the 26-second mark, maybe just shy. Katona somewhere over 30. So the Pole gets the first blow. 25.86. Katona 32.13. Well, Zydrunas Savickas looking as pumped up as ever. 175 kilograms in body weight. And here's Ákos Nagy, the Olympic weightlifter turned Hungary's strongest man on the right-hand side. Ilkka Kinnunen of Finland, one of our head referees, getting us underway. Well, Savickas, look at this. Lightning away from the start. Charging up to the 20-meter mark. Drops at 12 seconds, very similar to Radzikowski. Remember Radzikowski's time, 25.86. Well, Ákos Nagy looking a bit tired at the 22nd mark. Over the finish line, 25 and change. Marcel Moster there, the other head referee, gives them the thumbs up, saying it's a good time. But will it beat Radzikowski? Ákos Nagy, not quite looking at himself, but he did have a knee operation just a few months ago. All the wear and tear of years of Olympic training. Was junior world champion in South Africa in Olympic weightlifting back in 1997. So he too's had a long career. Well, that was short of the minute mark. 26.05 for Savickas. Radzikowski was 25.8, so not as quick. Ákos 58 seconds. Well, this German crowd will be hoping for something decent here. Mateusz Belzak of Slovenia is going up against Daniel Wild, Germany's strongest man. Well, Wild, let's see how he gets on at the start. We've heard Belzak is a very quick, fast athlete, and he hasn't let us down. Charging away the young Slovenian on the far side. Many people have crammed around this area, knowing that Germany's strongest man is going. Well, he just caught up at the line there, and the Slovenian fumbles at the halfway. So, Wild, with his experience, off into the lead. 5 more meters to go. He may well trouble Katona's time, 32 seconds. I think he's beaten it. That's a good scalp to take. Well, it's a learning curve for Mateusz Belzak of Slovenia, who just didn't do a good pickup at the other end and now drops it just shy of the line. What a shame. Well, he's happy, probably just happy to be here competing with such great athletes. Confirmation, Wild, 32 seconds. Belzak, 47.9. In the end, Wild was 0.05 of a second slower than Katona. That was tight. Now, Michael Blumstein of Germany, perhaps he can go better. Up against Martin Wildauer of Austria. 6'5" tall, about 1.95 Wildauer. So tall man, but he's built his leg strength up. This is good from the Austrian on the left-hand side, who's coming up towards the halfway mark. In under 12 seconds, he crossed the line. This could be pushing Radzikowski and Savickas. I'm afraid on the other side, Blumstein is struggling here. 26-27, now he's not as quick as Savickas or Radzikowski, a bit slow in the pickup and turn, but still a solid time. And coming over to give a little bit of support here to Blumstein, who's maybe just over the 30-meter mark, and that's it. Time's up. So, Wildauer, 29.87. That'll get him some good points. Blumstein, 30.8 meters.
Christoph, welcome here on the Fibo second stage, Strongman Champions League Germany. You just came back from Martinique, lost your leader shirt. I saw now you want it back.
Yes, I want back, and I'm training very hard this event. And only the pressing event is a big question for me because I coming back after injury, but I am very good shape now.
You even beat Sidrunas here today on the yoke race, first place in the first event.
Yes, I want back my t-shirt.
Okay, I wish you good luck for the next event.
Thanks.
Well, let's have a look at the results then. Confirmation, Rajkowski takes it by a couple of tenths ahead of Zaviskas. Wildauer down in third, Katona fourth. Welcome back to the Strongman Champions League. We're in Fibo, Cologne, Europe's largest fitness expo. It's not so much the beauties we're here for, though. It's the beasts. The MHP Strongman Champions League. Event 2 coming up. The giant super log lift. Only 3 attempts allowed, so you've got to pick them wisely, a little like powerlifting. A lot of famous stars just in the audience watching on here from the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Fouad Hosseini of Morocco, the 105 kilo champion, stepping up in body weight. Quite a short character, but he's an incredible presser. 155 kilos, this is his third and final attempt. This would be massive on this giant log. Gets the down signal, good lift. Did 135, 145, a nice finish on 155. Next up, Jonathan Kelly, just getting a word of warning there from Ilkka Kinnunen. Do not rest it on your head. So just over 300 pounds, this log. We call it the giant log press because it's 37 inches in diameter, and wait for it, 3 meters wide. Look how big it is. Kicks it off his chest well, though, Kelly, and gets the down signal, and that will be his last lift of the day. Mike Koskowski now. Big, solid German. To 140, 150. Now going for 155. This would match Hosseini. Ooh, a little wobble there. Had no problem with the clean, just couldn't get it off his chest. And, well, how often have we seen that? Very rarely do they get it again the second time. Fatigue kicks in, but he's giving it a go. Come on, Kovkovski. He's got it. Well done indeed. Second time lucky. Akos Naj. Well, he snatched a lot more than this overhead. Over 180 at his best in that movement in Olympic lifting, but this is a lot more cumbersome. 155 for his final lift, having done 140, 150, and that means a lot. He's thrilled with that. Daniel Wild. Wild did 140 for his opener. That looked right on the limit. Let's see how he gets on with 150. Little wobble with the elbows, but he gets it up. It's all good. That's his final lift then, taking no more. Michael Blumstein, little smell of these ammonia smelling salts just to fire him up. It's something you can buy down the pharmacy. It's just ammonia. It sure does smell though. Sends a sharp pain up the head to get you going. 140, now 150. Yes, good lift. So the German does it. That manages to equal Wild. Marcos Ferrari in one of his favourite events, the Brazil's strongest man. We can no doubt call him South America's strongest man as well, because the only other areas of strength, Argentina, Colombia, Venezuela perhaps, they're nowhere near as strong as this man. And 150 kilograms goes overhead with ease. That's actually a new personal best for him. Martin Wildauer, well, this would be amazing. I've never seen him do over 155 before. He's already hit 160 in the second round. 170 for a personal best for the Austrian, with those enormously long arms. Wow. He has improved immensely. Great streak there from Wildauer. Alex Moonen, unbelievably strong in the Viking press, Moonen. Going for 170 kilograms here. Having hit 160 for an opener. A little bit of a struggle to get it to the chest. Plenty of chest power there. Leant right back and almost bench pressed it up. Good lift. 170 for Moonen. Eddie Hall up next. Best British log presser out there. 185 kilograms. He needs to get it up to his chest first. Big breath in. Overhead, usually not a problem for Hall, and that is great lifting. No legs at all. Typical Eddie Hall. 185. Well, Mateusz Beljak, this will be fascinating. Only 22 years old, and he's going for 190 kilograms, the Slovenian. Hit 170, then 180. Good drive of the legs, and a great finish. How could you not give him that? That was a superb lift. Well done. Great streak there. So, just Katona and then Zaviskus to go. I'm afraid Radzikovski and his elbow injury, triceps injury, is stopping him from doing what is his favourite event. Just 2 to go. 180 for Katona. This is his second attempt. Could go higher after. Gets that up overhead, locks it out. Looked pretty solid. That's it, he's stopping there. 180 it is. And we have just one man left then in this contest. Round number 3 for Zaviskus of Lithuania, the world's greatest presser. He holds the log press world record, the normal one. He holds the world record with this too. Never gone over 200 kilos, but he's playing it safe in round 3. Hits 195, and that's the win. Well, the referees are getting up. Quite rightly, they're going to offer him a 4th lift, I think. Let him have a crack at the world record. 195, that takes the win. But will this big daddy be lifted with over 200 kilos? Maybe 202 and a half? What's he going to go for? Zone PB at 200. Now to go over 200 with 205. Wow. This crowd is being treated to something special here on this enormous log. This, a world record on the giant log. 205 kilograms. To his chest with ease. Comes flying off. No problem at all. Gets the down signal. Once again, world record for Zaviskus. Crowd looking ecstatic with that. No problem at all. Another 5 or 10 kilos there.
Zydrunas, that was amazing. 205 kilo on the giant super log. A new world record on the biggest log we have here in Europe. So it went so easy.
It was easy because I am in good shape now, and I think I can lift more, but I lift first time over 200 in this log. I'm happy.
Zydrunas here in Germany, just back from World's Strongest Man. You got your 2014 title. You just won the Arnolds this month, and now you're going on Champions League. Will you go for the triple, winning the league?
It's first stage. I want to win this, and we'll see. It's a very long season. I must think about everything. We'll see.
But you're very ready to get the triple, I think.
I would like.
Well, Zydrunas Savickas sits on top of the pile in the log lift. 14 points for him. Belzak 13, Hall 12. So, in the overall points, this is how it looks. Savickas by 5 over Katona. Belzak in the top 3. He's equal with Katona in second. Wildhour in fourth. That brings us on to our third event. Well, the cameraman grabs a few cheeky shots of this wonderful expo. Our men prepare for the frame walk. 300 kilograms to be carried as far as possible. Radzikovski makes his way out for the event, having had to forego his attempts in the log because of that damaged triceps, up against Jonathan Kelly of Northern Ireland, who has a big throwing background in Highland Games, so he's going to be pretty quick, but has he got the grip? That's one of the weakest parts of the human body when it comes to this kind of event, and it's probably going to go first. But Radzikovski charges around the 20-meter mark, this stone at the end, heading up towards 40 meters, and Kelly goes down. Remember, you cannot drop it at all. As soon as you drop it, your go terminates. 40 meters and stops there. So Radzikovski probably thinking that'll be good enough to beat most. Kelly, 20.5. Now turn to Martin Wildauer, who has massive mitts, really big hands. Good grip too. Alex Moonen, he may struggle on this. I've seen him have trouble in the past on a couple of grip events. Got quite chunky hands. And Wildauer, well, no problem with the pickup. That enormous deadlifting power. And look at the length of Wildauer's arms. Makes it all the easier for him. He's way ahead here. Oh, he's twisting about with the weights. So too Moonen, who goes down. Wildauer controls it, but he's going to be tired coming round this 40-meter marker, and the weight starts to twist under him. He's got to pull it back. He's pulled it back, and on the charge, this is brilliant. Up to the 60-meter mark and goes down there. That is world class in the farmer's walk with 300 kilograms. Wildauer having a great contest. Moonen goes down at 22. Eddie Hall of the UK, this will be a great test of his mobility, something he's lacked in the past, but he has worked on it very hard. Up against Irvin Katona, who has a rock-solid grip, Katona. He, of all people, could trouble Wildauer, and look at this. Wastes no time, charges off the Serbian. He wants to keep that yellow leader's jersey at the end of today. Hall up and round the 20-meter marker. Well, some athletes attack this differently. Some charge away like Katona and try and get as far as possible before the grip gives out. Eddie Hall a bit more steady here, but he's gone down shy of 40. Katona's going towards the 60, but he doesn't make it. So Wildauer still the leader. 47.8 meters confirmed. Hall 39. Matjaž Belzak of Slovenia. He's got quite a contest here as he's up against the big Z from Lithuania. One of the strongest men in history, and he's good at everything. Oh, it's Belzak who's up and away first. Savickas playing catch up here, but he won't be worried about Belzak. He'll just be playing his own game. Around the first stone, 20 meters for both of them. Heading back down towards the 40-meter mark. Belzak's grip goes, his right hand went off. And that's something he's going to have to work on. He's only 22 years old, remember. Zaviskas, ooh, puts it down gently just after 40 meters. I think that was tactics. 41.1. Belzak, 32.4.
Martin, here in Germany, second stage of Strongman Champions League. You win the frame walk, 60 meters, 300 kilos. Was that your best effort?
I think that's a really nice distance, because Aaron is one of the best in that, and he did 45, something around that. I can be really proud of me. Yeah.
You did also a personal record on the log lift before. I've never seen that as well. You improved a lot.
Yeah, thank you. I improved a lot in the log, and I hit 170. It's a huge improvement for me, so I'm really happy so far, you know.
What is your expectation for today? How will you finish with 14 athletes here?
It's always hard to say. It's Strongman, you know. It's 3 events left, and the next is not my best event, so you never know, you know. I just give my best, and we will see after.
Wildauer takes the win with 60 meters, 14 points to him. Katona's second on 47, who was 6 meters ahead of Zaviskas. So the overall points, Zaviskas still comfortably in the lead, ahead of Wildauer now in second, Katona third. Welcome back to Fibo in Cologne, Germany. Thousands of fans have gathered for fitness, bodybuilding and health and lifestyle, boutiques and indeed competitions. Well, everything from spin classes to pole dancing, you name it, it's here. But we're up against the forward hold in this Strongman Champions League competition. It's event number 4. And the men must pick up these 35-kilo workbenches, hold them out dead straight for as long as possible. Simple as that. Referees all around. You can see Heinz Sodlesch down the end there in the blue t-shirt. Ilkka Kinnunen and Marcel Muster, the 2 main referees, watching for bending of the arms, etc. Now, the 2 men going head-to-head. Marcus Ferrari, who's on the left-hand side. The right-hand side, it is Blumstein of Germany. Good time here, probably around about 40 seconds. 35 kilos is very heavy. Ferrari goes down at 25.9 seconds. Blumstein hanging in there. Big shake on now. And can't take the pain any longer. 36.8 for the German. Our next pairing, Fouad Hosseini, Morocco, up against the big Dutchman, Alex Moonen, who is very good at this kind of event. But then again, I imagine Hosseini, with quite short arms and a big chunky chest, is probably pretty good at this event too. Alex Moonen just leaning his head back. He's not allowed to lean back too far or he will be penalised. He'll get a warning. Judge is happy with that though. He's fairly upright, the rest of his body, as they head towards 20 seconds. We used to do 20 kilos in the forward hold, then it went up to 30 and now 35. I wonder how much heavier it can actually go. I'm not sure anyone's going to get anywhere near a minute today in this. Too heavy. 50 seconds might be possible. 40-second mark. These 2 ahead of the previous. Blumstein and Ferrari, and Hosseini goes down. About 43 seconds. Moonen over 50. That is exceptionally good. Well, he really went for that. You could tell he was in a lot of pain at the end there. 52 seconds. Hosseini, 42. Matej Belzak, young Slovenian. I imagine he'll give it his best go here. Did 190 in the log, beat Eddie Hall. Eddie doesn't get beaten by many. So I guess in some ways on the left-hand side it's a chance for the Brit to get one back over the young Slovenian here. But just because you have a 1 rep max that's really high with shoulder powers doesn't mean you have good stamina in the same body part. Well, 20 seconds comes and goes. Belzak is starting to wobble heavily here. Eddie Hall just finding a happy place, and it is the Slovenian who goes down first. Hall digging in. Still, well, 15 seconds shy of Moonen, and goes down short of the 40-second mark. Once that lactic acid kicked in, he was in pain. 38 seconds compared to 28 of Belzak. Big Zydrunas Savickas. He doesn't move anywhere quickly unless he's actually in competition. Rajakovski on the left there. Looks actually quite small-chested next to the Zydrunas. Well, these two giants of pressing go at it head-to-head. On the far side there, Rajakovski, he's done a 2:15 log. Of course, Savickas, he's done well over 220 kilos in the log. He's the world record holder. That's the normal size log. And of course, Rajakovski on the left, he has this damaged tricep, but that shouldn't bother him. This is really all about the deltoids. Savickas, rock steady. Big wide base. The shake is on for Rajakovski. He did win this event in Martinique just a couple of weeks ago in the first Grand Prix. Desperately trying to hang on, but 40 seconds is all he manages. Big Z heading towards Moonen's 52, but is told to put it down, leaning too far back, and you're not allowed to do that. It's an unfair advantage, so 46.79 seconds. Good time there, Rajakovski 40. Last pairing out, Erwin Katona in the yellow leader's jersey of Serbia, against Martin Wildau on the far side, who was not looking forward to this event. He's so tall, and even for a tall man, his arms are even longer than they should be. He's like an albatross. So it doesn't make the whole biomechanics of this event good. Short arms, yes, that is good. Long arms, bad. But Martin Wildau, I once saw him win this in Finland, so don't write him off yet. Katona on the left there. He's got the world record at 30 kilograms. So he's got a really hard man to go against here, Wildauer. He's starting to lean his head back, sucking in the oxygen where possible. Katona's feeling the pain, though. 33 seconds have come and gone. I'm not sure either of these men are going to hit Moonen's 52. No, Wildauer, surely he'll go down. He does. Katona still battling. 47. Don't think he hit 48 seconds. That'll still get him massive points, but not the win. Filled out 41.
Alex, here in Germany, second stage of Strongman Champions League 2014. You won the forward hold, 35 kilos. It looked easy for you though.
35 kilos forward hold is really tough, really tough. It's certainly heavier than the cylinders we used before, but it's a really tough event, yeah.
It must please you that you beat Zydrunas here, Erwin, Christoph, all big guys on this event.
Normally it's not for mortals to say I beat Zydrunas, but I did.
Yes, indeed. A humble man, Alex Moonen. Happy to beat Zydrunas, and indeed Katona too. Maximum points for him. And Wildau further down the order, and because of it, Wildau drops to third, no longer in second. Katona moves up. Savickas still leads by 3, though. Well, getting Zydrunas Savickas' autograph is definitely on the cards for a lot of the strength fans here at Fibo. But many, many big stars in the health and fitness world are here too. The big, the bad, and the beautiful. For us, though, it's the 5th event, the Atlas Stones, 140 to 180 kilograms, to be lifted in succession. Jonathan Kelly of Northern Ireland, competing in one of his first big internationals, and likewise this man too, Belzak of Slovenia, only 22 years old. I think you'd have to fancy the Slovenian here, who just manhandles 140 kilos. That was superb. And the 50, On with the 160. Slam dunk. Kelly, slow and steady at the moment. Belzak on to this last one in 20 seconds and pops it on. There is a star of the future. That is a tremendous time. Well done. Kelly to put up the 170. Good effort. Well, does he have any tacky left on his hands? On his arms? That's the sticky glue they use, and I don't think so. That big, dusty 180 kilo stone. Too difficult, so Belzak does them all in 23.6. Kelly just 4 stones. Crowd watch on pensively here as Eddie Hall goes against Michael Blumstein, the German interest. So Blumstein on the left-hand side, Hall with the Mohican. Manages to get the second one up first. This was another event that Hall used to be quite poor at, but he's improved a lot. Blumstein on the far side. He's the best placed of all the Germans, in 8th at the moment after 4 events. Wiltz down in 10th, Guskowski in 13th. And Eddie Hall pops on the 180. Well, it's not as quick as the Slovenian's 23.6, but it's a solid time from Hall. Just over 27 seconds, I think. Blumstein, totally pumped with that, so he should be. Good effort. 27.12 for Hall. Blumstein, 37.25. Krzysztof Radziakowski. So difficult to compete with these world-class strongmen when you're giving away one event right at the start in the log lift. That's what he's doing because of his injured triceps. And Martin Wildauer, he normally gave away the log press just because he was bad at it, but now he's much, much better and in contention here of getting on the podium at the end of today if he puts in a good stone run, which he's doing. Radziakowski hits the 3rd, Wildauer the 4th, the Austrian in the lead. Got to try and nail this final stone. Belzak 23.67. I think Wildauer's gone ahead. And Radziakowski, well, he wasn't far behind. 23.47, yes, 2/10 better than the Slovenian. Radziakowski will go into 3rd. Fuad Hosseini, he will be taking on this man, Zydrunas Zaviskas. Big Lithuanian. They're like little and large out there. Hosseini only 105 kilos. Big Z 70 kilos more and, well, about 15, 20 centimeters taller. Hosseini pops up the first one. The height disadvantage will cause the Moroccan some difficulties. Zaviskas, he just fumbled that 3rd one there. That's uncharacteristic. Gets back into his stride. He's on to the last one, well, with just about enough time to win it, but he fumbles that too. Zaviskas, he made a bit of a hash of those stones. He'll be happy for that time of 28 seconds. You know what? He's thrown a lifeline to Wildauer for the final event, which is deadlift. Before we get to that, Hosseini for 180. 75 kilos above body weight. Very impressive. So Zaviskas 28 seconds there. Drops him down the order. Hosseini 58 seconds. This is the final pairing of this Atlas Stones event. Ilkka Kinnunen enjoying his weekend as head referee. One of the masterminds behind this Champions League. There's Moonen in the black. In the yellow, it is Ervin Katona, who's so well known in Serbia. He's actually on Celebrity Big Brother over there, and nearly made it down to the final few. Popular character. Oh, makes a fumble of the 2nd. A bit like Zaviskas. That's not good at all for Katona. May well take him out of contention here. He's really struggling. I'm not sure what's up. Maybe a bit of cramp. Moonen plods ahead to the 5th. Well, Katona was in second place, Wildauer in third, Zaviskus in first after the fourth event. Things might all move around here because Zaviskus and Katona, poor stone runs. Moonen, about 41 plus seconds there. That may well move him up from sixth position. Finally, Katona onto the last stone, trying to use his knee, everything. He's not going to get it. And he bends over double like he's got an injury. Good catch, that equipment man. Well, Moonen does it in 41 seconds, all five, but just 4 for Katona.
Erwin, what happened with the stones? You could have beat Zydrunas here and leading the competition.
It is very warm inside, and before the events, the front hold, I started to cramp in my stomach, and now when I go to the stones, after first lift already have cramp all the time in my stomach, and I can breathe normally, and when I lift in 4 stones, my energy, because I can breathe, was totally out, and I feel very bad, and I can't lift anymore.
It was this stone what made it really dramatic for you in the end podium, isn't it?
Yes, I was in second place, 3 points behind Zydrunas, and now I don't know, did I have still the podium or don't have. The competition was very good for me before this event, but now it's bad.
The last event to go, the deadlift for reps, 350 kilo. You have a sore back, so what do you expect?
I think I will be do it and good, and I give my best, and I will be hope to be in the podium in the end.
Well, Erwin Katona looks pretty down there, and indeed he is down in the rankings. 11th in the stones. Wildauer takes the win. Belzak second. Overall then, Zaviskus just 1.5 points on Wildauer. Katona still clinging on to third, ahead of Hall. Welcome back to Fibo in Cologne, Germany for the final time. This giant fitness expo that has just everything. Even the best strongmen in the world. And that's what we're here for. One final event to decide this Strongman Champions League round 2. And it is the deadlift. 350 kilograms, 4 repetitions. Well, young Belzak of Slovenia, first man out, very thick handle. 60 seconds is his time limit, as many repetitions as possible. Well, I remember a time when 350 kilos for a single was a huge lift by a strongman. He's pumped out 4, and he's only 22 years old. He'll be trying to get up the rankings overall, and he's not in a bad position either. After 5 events, he is down in 6th position. Half point behind Radzikovski. Well, he nailed 5 there. He may well leapfrog Radzikovski. Have to wait and see. Now, Eddie Hall, Britain's strongest man. Great lifter. Has really come of age. I've seen him do videos in his training back in Stoke-on-Trent of in excess of 10 at this weight. But all the lights, the cameras, the previous events, these guys are very drained on energy. Some of them running on empty right now. One more rep to equal Belzak. Well, that was no problem. Got straps just to try and hang on to this thick bar. No one's got hands big enough to get all the way around it. Not even Martin Wildauer. He's up onto 6. 7. That is a world-class amount with 350, and he knows it. Calls it quits there with 10 seconds to go. And he may be suffering from a bit of cramp as well. 7 for Hall. Erwin Katona now, the Serbian. Shakes his head. He's excited, ready to go. Trying to overcome the pain from his cramping and back injury. Not the event you want to do if you've got a back injury. Little off to one side there. He's got to straighten his grip up. That just makes it harder. Desperately trying to hang on to the third place overall. Ahead of Eddie Hall, he's got 3 points on Hall. We've just seen Hall deadlift 7. Belzak, he did 5. If he can equal Belzak's 5, that would be a huge lift here for Katona, and he realizes it as well. It would make his chances of staying ahead of Hall much higher, and he just ekes it out. Oh, that was close. It wasn't the prettiest deadlift I've ever seen, but it was good. 5 for the Serbian. So Martin Wildauer now, overall, he's just a 1.5 points behind Zydrunas Savickas. In other words, if he wins this, and Zydrunas, well, doesn't manage to match him, or does worse, I think on countback, Wildauer will win the Fibo. And guess what his favourite event is? Deadlift. This is a huge opportunity for the Austrian. And he's pumped out 6 reps in just 25 seconds. I can see him doing double figures here. 7 reps. Look how long his arms are. Sure does make deadlifting a lot easier. Most people stand up and the bar's somewhere high up in their crotch. For Wildauer, it's halfway down his thighs. 9 reps. Well, Big Z will be listening to this backstage. Can he get another one? 10 reps in 60 seconds. 1 every 6 seconds. That is phenomenal at 350 kilos. Well, he will deserve the win if he gets it. Very, very rarely has Savickas been beaten in any competition. Take him on in tiddlywinks of cards, he'll still probably win. He just has the ability. Well, that first rep looks solid. He has had the world deadlift record in the past, 442 kilograms for a single, and that translates over pretty well to his repetitions. 5 reps in 20 seconds, 6 and 23. He's a couple of seconds ahead of where Wildauer was. Remember, he's got to draw equal. He's got to do 10 as well, or better, and he'll take the win. There's 9. 1 more to equal. Of course he does it. The great Lithuanian. 10 reps, double figures, the victory at Fibo. This just for show. Still a few seconds left. He could have done 12 there in 60 seconds. Magnificent from the great Savickas. Here's confirmation. 11 reps, wins the deadlift. He gets 1 more point than Wildauer. Hall, sadly, just ahead of Katona. So overall, Hall does not catch Katona for the podium. Wildauer takes second. And the Big Z, once again, the winner. Well, these are the wonderful medals that all of the competitors get here at Fibo, but just 3 men make it onto the podium. Katona in third, who'll do just enough to hang on to the yellow leader's jersey going to round 3. Wildauer, a great second place for him. And of course, Zydrunas Savickas, he just always wins. The Big Z, Fibo champion 2014. Let's hear from one of the trophy givers and sponsors, Bernd Keserbaum, who's chatting backstage now.
Thank you very much for everybody. I think it was really a great strongman competition. I mean, he was amazing. He won the Arnold Classic, the world's strongest man. Now I hear today again, new record, 205 kilo, the lifting. I can imagine how much preparation it takes to prepare for all these different disciplines. I know him since a long time, I follow him all the time, and he does really amazing things. I mean, the man is just the best.
You hear that? You're still hungry and you're still the best. That's what he says. What do you think?
Thank you. I start very good in that competition and finish also good. I'm happy.
Well, Zydrunas Savickas, how much longer can he last? 39 years. years old. It's always a pleasure to watch. And he jumps all the way up into second position in the overall rankings. Katona on 40 points is the man to beat going into round 3. That's it from the Strongman Champions League from Fibo. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.